have a theory, a theory that I'm going to posit to you here that is plausible if you follow this track. JFK Jr. has been protected by the military since he was a kid because the powers that be killed his father for a reason. Again, like I said, Donald Trump would never take this mission on unless they knew they would kill the beast, kill it, destroy it completely. Because they know in 50, 100, 200 years later, that genetic line would have to be wiped out because they'll figure it out and they'll come after it down the road. He's going to run for the Senate seat in 1999, Democrat primary. And who jumps in? Clinton's coming out of the White House. Hillary is going to carpetbag New York and she's going to run. What does that mean? You're not going to get in the way of Hillary. I had her last name in my head. Hillary is a Rockefeller. Bill Clinton is from the Rothschild bloodline, as I understand. So, anyways, you're not gonna take that on and survive it. So, what happens? I understand. There was a day that the security team had inspected Junior's, and I read this. I know a lot of you people did. Had inspected his plane, and there was a putty strip around the fuselage. And it probably was very well concealed, but his security detail found it. And that putty strip was actually C4. And as they looked at the whole thing, it had an altitude trigger on it, which means when he's going up in his plane, hits an altitude, boom, it's going to come down. And we know what happens.
My president and I always win. No, that's different. Holy shit, I am working with God is totally different than we. That's a different. I think that's 322, which is going both sides number. Which is let the John shit show begin. And full reduction of that is 133, which is 48, which is evil. Full reduction of evil. Let the John shit show begin, 322. And of course, in reverse, it's 331. Yeah, which is how we write March 31st. But in a year, they write it 31-3, which 313 is the frame on the Zapruder film where the bullet hit JFK's head. It's game over. This time we win. 311. They shot him at 12:29. 12 is 3. 2 and 9 is 11. 311.
Understand they had a week to prepare for this. Perfect opportunity to give the world a view, at least the viewpoint or the cabal, a success, a perceived win. So as they send this plane up, they put a Navy pilot in it and they recorded Junior's tower commands. It's pretty simple when you're going to get the plane out of the airport, and it was recorded in his voice. So it's authentic. Plane takes off, gets to an altitude. Navy pilot, as the theory is, jumps out, got a parachute, of course, has a remote detonator on the device, destroys the plane, goes down. Everything's in motion. Story breaks. Clinton spending $17 million of naval assets to find this guy. They got to find this plane. So they finally find the plane. They bring it up. There's bodies in it. And here's when I said I called bullshit on it then. They brought the bodies up, said they identified them, and then they cremated them within 24 hours, and they scattered those ashes to the sea off the coast. Saw them in a Navy ship. There's Teddy Kennedy. He's there, other people. And I'm going to tell you right now, you and I both know this. There's no way in hell you're going to take America's favorite son, American royalty, and you're not going to do everything possible to find out what potentially caused it. Was it drugs? Was it something? An autopsy. Take weeks. And I said right then and there, something's not right. I never dreamed what I'm about to tell you. But over time, we've seen things come out in this intelligence that makes it plausible, makes it possible. We've seen all kinds of photographs in this intelligence that make you say, could it be? And I'm going to tell you this. We know what the world was going to head to if the military and Trump make this move. The people on the left are going to go insane. We know that. They're going to be put down hard because there's already They're already geared up to do precision extraction operations in Democrat cities to remove Antifa BLM leaders. Strike them hard, strike them fast. But if this country has a period of chaos for a couple of weeks, and this is what our back channel intel has told us a number of times, they said this multiple times, the world will be united. The world will be united. They said it at least twice over 3 years in a long drop, drawing the picture out and then saying the world will be united. So the only thing that I can pose to you that would make me say that could potentially be an idea or a plan, for those who are afraid and think now Donald Trump is a dictator, overthrowing the government, he got the military on his side and everything else that's going on around the world, ask yourself, what is one event on this planet that could stop the destruction of the machine or this country in middle of mass chaos? What's one event? The reintroduction of America's favorite son. Because I know half the Democrats out there that are still believers for the other side would drop to their knees in absolute tears. And they've said multiple times, it's going to be biblical. The entire plan.
I love Scott and how he's presenting this, but what he just said is very important. If they saw him, when they see his face, it's going to drive them absolutely into tears. The video of Hillary being put into the van in 2016, where she's supposed to be in shackles and handcuffs, which appears that she is, understand that's who in the van she was looking at when she started dropping. All right. It's not because she didn't want to get in the van. It's because of who was in the van and she saw him.
Planet. It's the theory. The entire planet would unite. That's would give legitimacy. Would give legitimacy to everything that we've been learning about the cabal powers and helping people wake the hell up. Like, Holy Mary, Mother of God, are you kidding me? The sacrifice that this guy made for decades to get under the radar, to work behind the scenes with the military, to set up the ultimate plan to bring down the most powerful evil force that the world has ever seen. Can you possibly imagine what level of weaponry you would classify that as to defeat the cabal? Could you imagine that?
JFK and Jr. are the bomb. 203.
I talked about my back channel contact who is talking directly to generals, military intelligence, and one at NSA. When he asked these generals, I said to him last night, I said, so what is the deal? I said, where does Junior fall in if he's really alive? He said, all I can tell you is that it's absolutely, unequivocally, irrefutably, and undeniably, yes, he's alive. That's what he told me.
JFK is back and he is POTUS 302. Who wants 4 more years 302? Trump 2020 302. Hello? They're right in your face.
Of how he put that. And I said, exactly which ones told you? And he told me which ones said that. He's also told me in the past that these generals who know what's coming after the takedown, I believe it's Nasara unleashing massive wealth onto the planet. He said, he didn't say a word. He looked at me and he just nodded his head. And that was it. Now, is that going to be it? I don't know. All I know is I see that as being a proverbial, ultimate, final, and undeniable kill shot on the cabal. If that doesn't happen and it's not true, I, for one, am going to be heartbroken because I believe in miracles. I've been through a couple. I believe in miracles. I believe in humanity. If you can believe that Christ can walk on water and put his hands and heal and raise Lazarus from the dead, how can you not believe it's plausible? We have a group of people that actually outwitted the devil, that outfoxed the most ruthless evil force that this planet has ever known, the Khazarian Mafia, outfoxed them and beat them at their own game, when they've been playing it for 1400.
Everybody's wrong. Young people speaking their minds are getting so much resistance from behind. Time we stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. What a field day for the heat. 1,000 people in the street singing songs.